Happy day after Easter. I hope that you and your family had a wonderful Easter Sunday. Well, and if you're like my family, you'll be eating leftover ham probably until the 4th of July. While it wasn't the Easter Sunday that we wanted, I hope that you were able to find some joy and happiness in the midst of what we found to be a slower pace and a less formal celebration of Jesus' resurrection. No doubt it was an Easter that none of us will ever forget. I want to talk with you about something today that, well, God's been teaching me. My hope is that others have been wrestling with this as well. It's the comparison trap. You get on social media and you see how everyone seems to be thriving and loving every single moment of this quarantine. You see how productive they're being. All the books that they've read, the journaling they've been doing, all the homemade crafts that they've done with their kids, all the home renovation projects they've completed. And then, well, what do? You compare yourself to them. And if you're like me, you feel like a complete failure whenever you compare your everyday life to someone else's highlight reel on Facebook or Instagram. Let me be honest with you for a second. Watching myself on Sunday mornings has been awkward to say the least. And by the way, no, I have not been taking notes on my own preaching yet. But I tend to be incredibly critical of the way I stand, of my incorrect grammar, of the lack of vocal inflection, or gosh, I've noticed that I don't smile very much when I'm preaching. It doesn't help that for at least an hour before our church service starts that I've already watched 3 other churches. So what do you think I'm doing? I'm comparing myself to other pastors. My point is this: God doesn't want us to compare ourselves to anyone else. We are not in a competition with other parents. We're not in a competition with other co-workers or even churches during this time. You know what God wants from us during this time? He wants our heart. He wants us to continue to humbly come before Him each and every day, to recommit our lives to Him, to seek to honor and obey Him in the everyday, mundane tasks. He wants us to see each day as a gift from Him. He wants us to make sure that we don't waste a single moment. And you know what? When all this is said and done, I think what will be the most meaningful thing we've accomplished is not some home improvement project, but instead deeper and more meaningful relationships with those we love. So here's my challenge to each and every one of us, myself included. Instead of comparing yourself to others today, look deeper into how you are strengthening the relationships that God has given you. Put your phone down, of course, after you've watched this video, and have an intentional conversation with your spouse. Have a conversation with your kids. Pick up your phone and FaceTime your grandchildren. Send a text to a friend letting them know how much you value them. Friend, do whatever it takes to prioritize people over accomplishments during this time of quarantine. Church family, I love you and I miss you so much. I hope that you're doing well, and I look forward to seeing you hopefully soon. Have a great rest of the day.